Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a look at Ethereum Classic, helping, well, just kind of seeing what's going on here. It's doing very, very well, and it's actually doing exactly what we expected it to do. In other words, come down to bounce off this Fibonacci retracement level there around $18 and bounce up here. Unfortunately, I was sleeping at this point and didn't get my alert to wake up and take entry, but this is essentially what I was looking for, hoping the price action bounced off that key level fib. Again, we'll take a look at that and much more, but once again, 0.618 is a key Fibonacci retracement level, almost always a very reliable level. So if you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor, right? I love teaching people to trade. I truly hope you can learn something here today. If you do, obviously let me know. If you want to become a better trader, I've had about 17, 18 years of experience. I've been trading and teaching for a very long time. CryptoCash.tech is a site where you can register for that. And what it does is it provides you with a trading university where I teach you how to trade. Furthermore, we also have amazing signals regarding all the trades that I take. We took some healthy profits from Ethereum, 82%, Solana, 195% here recently, only 3 days of profit there. And then obviously, most recent, some nice Ethereum and BNB trades, 50 and 42%. So again, you got to be kind of patient in this market because it doesn't happen overnight. But for the most part, you can take some serious profits. And I kind of wish that I had woken up a little earlier this morning and caught that trade. Regardless of that fact, just so you know, I'm using Bitget. It's my favorite exchange possible. If you want to qualify for a $10,000 prize pool monthly, CryptoCash.tech is the site, but more importantly, use the link down below to register for that. You can just qualify by using trading volume, just trading by default, and obviously also just a good profit and loss ratio. So easy to qualify there. And we're all using ExpressVPN, of course, because here in the States, you do need to have a VPN to use Bitget or any other leveraged exchange. 3 months free with a 12-month plan. All right, so here's the thing with Ethereum Classic. As per usual, yesterday I had mentioned that the price is likely going to retrace down to 0.618 and bounce, and it did exactly that. So hopefully you'd gotten some of your orders in. I had a couple of comments yesterday saying that it worked out very well to take entry at 18. Obviously, you're probably in a good profit right now, considering it's almost at 20 right now, so that's a healthy percent. But generally speaking, we want to see if this is sustainable, right? Is this going to continue? Well, if we take a look at the simple moving averages, this is another reason why I expected the bounce at 18, because we see the 50-day SMA averaging itself out right there at that level. When you see 0.618 plus a key simple moving average averaging itself out at a specific level, especially the 50-day SMA, that's a pretty sure sign that the price is going to stay and maintain itself. Okay. Furthermore, we've also got the RSI up over 50, coming closer to 70, but we're not overextended just yet. We've still got a significant amount of convergence here in the MACD. So all signs point up from here. So the daily tells us we probably should experience further upside. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a good chance we might get rejected at this level here because that was a previous resistance. So we'll see if 1985, roughly just say $20, will hold as a resistance. If it does, we can expect the price to possibly come back down here and bounce off of this next level at 1875. But I wouldn't expect the price to come shooting down from here because again, a lot of Bitcoin dominance is coming away from Bitcoin and coming to altcoins like this. And they're starting to crank out, and it's really nice to see that. Taking a look at T sequential here, of course, we got a little reset there at an 8, so I was talking about yesterday. Comes down to a 7 and comes back up. So that basically tells us we had a little over a full trading day's worth of trading to the downside, and that nice little bounce off that level. The bulls are here to stay. Okay, we take a look at the MACD as well. While it is up over 70 at this point, it's still not completely overextended. This is like the beginning of its little run here. So there's a great chance we could see further upside. Now, how probable is that? Well, it just depends. I mean, if you take a look here previously when the price bumped up over 70 on the RSI, it did a lot of maturing after that. Okay, so we could very well see a very similar circumstance where the price continues higher. I wouldn't be surprised, especially when we have a MACD convergence here showing that the bulls have taken full-on control and the bears have lost it. Okay, so pretty much all signs point north here. These aren't like significantly super strong signs, just based on the simple fact that we are, this is a long candle for a short amount of time. We'll take a look at a smaller time frame, but you can kind of see that we are having a pretty significant overextension here. In fact, why don't we just quickly peek over at an overextension on the volume weighted average price and kind of see, let's go down to the 1 minute. We can see we're staying above that level, okay? This isn't sustainable for a long period of time, right? You can only have so much volume within a certain amount of time, and that actual standard deviation has to be within the price, or the inverse, of course, the price within that standard deviation. With it being outside of that, that is an overextension, and we need to be mindful that it's probably going to pull itself back. I wouldn't say super significant, but a pullback from here to here, or at least here to halfway, makes a lot more sense right now. So if I were to be a shorting man, which I don't short too often, but when I do, I would feel fairly confident that the price is going to pull back a little bit. Again, not saying a dramatic decrease, but something's going to happen. That's just too much in too little of a time, right? All right, so taking a look at TD sequential though here, we can kind of see we're at a 6. We're 6 hours in, so 3 more hours of potential sideways action before the retracement, or potentially even further coming up higher. Because again, like we could see a short squeeze at this level, because a lot of shorts will hedge their longs right at this point, just above that Fibonacci. Okay, at least that's what I would do, and that's what I've seen in general happens all the time. Okay, so pay attention for that. But at this point, I think we're getting closer to this immediate run being fairly over with. If we take a look at the cloud, this is fantastic though. This does tell us if you have long position open, keep it open. You're in great shape here. Once again, you see the cloud averaging itself out at this level here, this 0.786. We're looking at $18.75 as the next key level support. So if I were to go long, I would probably just go ahead and consider moving my alert essentially, so I can reevaluate when the price pulls back to that level. That's where I'd want to get in. Okay, so again, right somewhere in that range. So I'll keep a closer eye on this one here today, and hopefully I don't sleep through the next signal and we'll be good to go. But generally speaking here, all signs point north again as per usual, and I can tell you that Ethereum Classic is here to stay. It's definitely looking pretty darn good. It's absolutely cranking, but just keep in mind, a pullback in the immediate future makes a lot more sense than for it to continue running. Once again, if it continues to run, it'll retrace a lot harder, a lot faster. We don't want that. We want a healthy continuation, and this is still healthy for the most part, minus the immediate overextension in the last couple of hours. We can see we're well outside that standard deviation, and that just kind of screams pullback. Okay, so just be mindful of that. But what we could foresee happening here is a nice pennant pattern here. Price wedges itself here to consolidate 1875. I think further upside would make a tremendous amount more sense. But you got to keep in mind there's a lot of resistance in this level, based on previous volume. Okay, we've got a lot of volume in that area, and that's an important thing to recognize. Okay, all right. Well, hopefully that made sense for you. I look forward to working with you again. If you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site, and thanks again to all my current community members, and well done for a lot of folks registering here recently. Because again, the price structure will be adjusting at the end of the month when the new website is revealed. So please bear in mind that you did have a chance. Hate to say I told you so. All right. Hope you have a good day. Thanks again for your time. See you the next one.